How often do you slow down to think about the problems older people face and how we can help them more? In today's video, we go into great detail about the main problems that our aging population faces, such as racism, economic instability, trouble with daily tasks, and lack of access to healthcare. We can better understand and fix these issues by learning about them. Here are some tips on how to help older people live better lives and age with grace. Read this article all the way through. With the information you have, you can make a difference in someone's life. Everyone should use this chance to learn something new and help a cause that matters to them. Before we begin, I want to let you know there's a thoughtful little tip waiting for you at the end of this video. Something I believe could gently lift your day or bring you new perspective. If you feel at home here, please like this video, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss what's to come. And just so I know you're here with me, please comment. I'm here and open to learn. It means so much to read your words. Now let's begin. It is generally agreed that better living conditions and healthcare have led to a big rise in life expectancy. It's good that many of us can now look forward to living long and healthy lives. There are, however, many problems that older people often have to deal with because they live longer. We need to give these problems our full attention and solve them quickly. As we get older, or see loved ones deal with the problems that come with getting older, we often become more aware of these problems. It is our job as a society to deal with these problems and make life better for our older population. The article is mostly about the most important problems that older people are facing right now. The article discusses issues such as mental and physical health problems, loneliness, and financial difficulties. It also makes you think of ways to help the elderly and make their homes safe and comfortable. It is possible for our seniors to enjoy their golden years and get the care and respect they deserve if we face these problems head-on and with compassion. Anger and a lack of direction are the first. Ageism, or discrimination based on age, still happens because many people have negative ideas and beliefs about older people. Claims like these about older people can separate them from their communities and make them feel worthless and alone. This can make older people feel like their contributions are no longer valued or recognized, which can make them lose their sense of worth and identity. To solve these problems, we need to come up with and use new ways to get older people involved in community life. Putting together and advertising social events and programs for the whole community can help seniors feel welcome and cared for. They can keep their self-confidence and sense of who they are by taking part in these programs. Making use of their vast knowledge and experience, they also help society move forward and develop. Getting older people involved in different parts of community life, like mentoring programs, cultural events, or volunteer work, can make them feel like they have a purpose and belong. This kind of involvement is good for the community as a whole and for the people who are involved because it brings together the different ideas and experiences of the older people in the area. We can fight ageism and make sure that older people continue to play an active and important role in society by recognizing and appreciating their contributions. 2. Not having enough money. Even though life expectancy is still going up, changes in jobs and retirement have not kept up with this good trend. There are many older people who are both able and excited about working longer than the traditional retirement age. The opportunities they have, on the other hand, don't always meet their needs and goals. The job market often doesn't recognize the skills and experience of seasoned professionals, leaving them with few options for meaningful work later in life. Also, older people have a hard time keeping track of their daily finances and making plans for the future. The quick move toward digital and online money management has left a hole that many older people find hard to fill. There are now online platforms for tasks that used to be done in person and on paper, which can be scary for people who aren't good with technology. This change not only makes managing money more difficult, but it also makes it more likely for older people to be ripped off financially. Online fraud and scams that target seniors are becoming more common, which is a growing concern because many of them may not know how to spot and avoid these threats. In short, even though people are living longer, the financial systems and job opportunities for older people have not changed to keep up. This mismatch makes it very hard to stay financially stable and safe in old age, leaving many seniors vulnerable and struggling to make their way through an ever more complicated financial world. If this taught you something, please leave a thank you comment below the video's comment thread. Third, having trouble with daily tasks and moving around. As people age, it is normal for their mobility and dexterity to get worse. This is a normal part of getting older that makes it harder to do everyday things that were easy before. It can get harder to do simple things like getting dressed, cooking, or even just walking around the house. These tasks may take more time and effort. This slow loss of physical abilities can have a big effect on a person's quality of life, making it harder for them to stay independent and do social things. Having trouble with daily tasks can also make you feel alone and make you less likely to interact with other people. People who are having trouble with their care and mobility may stop doing things that used to make them happy, like hobbies and social activities. They may feel even more lonely, and their overall health may get worse because of this withdrawal. To deal with these problems, it is important to give older people extra help so they can live as independently as possible. This help can come in the form of special programs and products that improve safety, balance, fitness, and mobility. For instance, adaptive tools and changes to the home can make daily tasks easier to handle, and exercise programs designed just for older people can help them keep their strength and coordination. Community programs and support networks can also help seniors stay connected and active by giving them chances to meet new people and do fun things. By paying attention to these things, we can help make sure that older people not only do their daily tasks better, but also continue to do well as unique and important people. They can stay independent, follow their interests, and be involved in their communities as long as they get the help they need. 4. Getting the right kind of care. As we get older, it can become harder and harder to stay completely independent, which means we may need more care. Usually this change means that older people need more help than they can give themselves. Family members often take on the role of caregivers and provide invaluable help and support. But this duty can be hard for caregivers who must balance it with work, family, and personal life. Caregivers have many responsibilities and tasks to do. To meet the needs of their family and friends, while also juggling work and family life, can cause stress on their bodies, minds, and emotions. Therefore, caregivers need to get all the help they need to handle these problems well. To make sure they can give the best care possible, caregivers need to have access to the right tools and training. Not only should this training cover the practical parts of caregiving, like giving medications and organizing daily tasks, but it should also cover the mental and emotional parts. Parents and other caregivers should know how to deal with the emotional stresses of caregiving. This includes ways to deal with stress, stay healthy, and avoid burnout. Also, caregivers should have access to emotional support systems like counseling, support groups, and options for short-term care. These resources help caregivers share their stories, get advice, and feel less alone. We can make sure that caregivers are ready to give great care to their loved ones, while also taking care of their own health and well-being by meeting both their practical and emotional needs. 5. Getting to healthcare services. It can be hard for older people, especially those who are dealing with long-term or chronic conditions, to find their way around the healthcare system. The complexity and fragmentation that are common in healthcare can make it hard to give good care to older patients. This usually means talking to a lot of different doctors, hospitals, and medical facilities, each of which has a different part to play in their care plan. Taking care of long-term conditions often requires a lot of coordination between different medical professionals, like primary care doctors, specialists, nurses, and therapists. Care may overlap or be missing since these professionals may work in different clinics or hospitals. This scattered method can make it harder to provide consistent and well-coordinated care, and it can be hard for patients to remember their appointments, medications, and treatment plans. Managing long-term conditions requires a well-organized effort to make sure that all parts of care are connected. In order to align treatment goals, share patient information, and prevent duplicative or incompatible treatments, healthcare providers must establish open channels of communication. Also, older patients and their families might benefit from having care coordinators or case managers on their side. These people can help them find their way around the system, make appointments, and make sure that all of their care needs are met in a timely and organized way. To make it easier for people to get health care, the process needs to be sped up, and care needs to be better coordinated. This means not only making it easier for healthcare providers to talk to each other, but also making sure that patients can get support services that can help them handle their complicated healthcare needs. By dealing with these problems, we can help make sure that older people get all the specialized care they need to keep their health and well-being in good shape and manage their conditions well. Sixth, making plans for the end of life. Getting ready for the end of life is an important, but often hard part of getting older. Even though it's a normal part of life, talking about and making plans for death can be hard and emotional for many people. Many different emotions can be stirred up by the subject, from fear and anxiety to sadness and denial. This makes it hard for people and their families to talk about it in a clear and confident way. When thinking about end-of-life options, it is very important for older people and their families to have support and advice. This includes choosing how you want to get medical care, like whether you want aggressive treatments or palliative care. It also includes doing practical things, like making or updating wills, setting up power of attorney, and planning a funeral. Another important part is financial planning, which helps make sure that resources are used wisely and that loved ones don't have to deal with unexpected financial problems. Besides these useful things to think about, it's also important to talk about and write down your own personal wants and needs. This includes wishes about medical care, organ donation, and other parts of end-of-life care. Making sure that these wishes are clearly stated and legally recorded can give you peace of mind and help keep family members from fighting or misinterpreting each other. Help from professionals like lawyers, financial planners, and healthcare providers can help older people and their families deal with these difficult issues in a smart way. These experts can help you make smart decisions and get ready for the future by giving you useful information. By planning ahead for the end of their lives and getting the right help, people can make sure that their wishes are carried out and that their loved ones are as calm and at ease as possible for what is to come. Thank you for being part of today's message. If something here spoke to your soul, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell to continue walking this path with us. And if you're open to a little universal magic, drop your age in the comments. Many believe that declaring your years with pride sends a ripple of strength and vitality through the universe, and it returns that energy right back to you. Stay strong, stay curious. This is your time to thrive.